Hi, I'm Bill Seng, and I have a confession to make. I guess I am what you would call, in a sense, a global warming denier. Along with being a creationist, hey, this is a great gig I got going on because, frankly, I'm a creationist, I'm a global warming denier, so I'm pretty strong heretical in the scientific community as a whole. But I guess I'm not entirely a global warming denier. I mean, there's no doubt that at times recently that the Earth has warmed up from time to time, but not for the reasons that mainstream science and mostly the political world try to push on you. I came across an article not too long ago regarding kind of the shifting mentality about global warming recently because it's just not pinning out the way that the global climate experts have tried to tried to make it. They've pushed an agenda that global warming is entirely man-made. But then there's this article. It is called 23 Global Warming Stories Everyone Should Read Before Earth Day. I'm going to read a few quotes here just to give props to the reference. I know this isn't going to win me any points, but I actually found this on Rush Limbaugh's website. He actually had mentioned this during his show, and he listed off several points. I'm just going to read off a few of those points to you here real quick. Of these 23 points, humans are not to, number one, humans are not to blame for global warming, says Greenpeace. Get that, Greenpeace co-founder. So that's significant. Greenpeace has typically pushed the idea that global warming is true. Number two, James Hansen admits global warming, a global temperature standstill is real. So there's no signs of global warming currently happening. This is a NASA, it says NASA propagandist, but somebody who works for NASA. Gaia scientist James Lovelock admits that he was an alarmist about climate change. Number four, ClimateGate U-turn as scientist as center of Roe admits there has been no global warming since 1995. Number five, climate expert Von Storch. Why is global warming stagnating? This is a question that he's asking. So that's a significant question to ask, because it points out that that global warming currently is stagnant. Number six, warming plateau question. Climatologists face inconvenient truth. That's once again another question asking why it is that we're not seeing any global warming right now. Number seven, German public television stuns its readers. Concede medieval warm period may have been 0.5 degrees Celsius warmer than today. And basically what that's stating is that, well, if it was warmer back then we can't really complain about global warming because it was warmer back then than what it is now. Number eight, why has global warming stalled? So again, this is the BBC pointing out why global warming, that global warming has not been happening lately. Number nine, global warming pause central to IPCC climate report. So these are 9 of them that Rush Limbaugh cites. Let me click on this link real fast just to see if I can pull up any other quick ones, at least some of the headlines to point out real quick of these 23 signs. It's just loaded, and it's ijreview.com. So if you want to check that out, that's where it is. Again, 23 global warming and climate change stories. I think it says all Americans. Yeah, all Americans should read before Earth Day. So I read a few of them here. Read through number 9. Number 10, there has been no global warming since 1998. This is the Telegraph. Senator Barbara Boxer's own experts contradict Obama on global warming. That's Forbes. Global warming is rubbish, says top professor. That's Yorkshire Evening Post there. Global warming hiatus puts climate change scientists on the spot. LA Times. Man-made global warming, even the IPCC admits the jig is up. And this is the Telegraph. Again, RSS global temperature data. No global warming at all for 202 months. Holy cow. Nothing off limits in climate debate. That's the Australian. 95% of climate models agree the observations must be wrong. Dr. Roy Spencer. Number 18, 2013, Atlantic hurricane seasons ends. No major hurricanes for the first time since 1994. My Fox Hurricane blog. 19, 2013 is a record low year for U.S. tornadoes. I guess that had something to do with global warming. WUWT is the source for that one. Number 20, accumulated cyclone energy. Again, it's probably along the same lines. Weather underground. Number 21, 2013 will finish one of the 10 coldest years in U.S. history with the largest drop in temperature. That's real science. Significant source right there. 22, and now it's global cooling. Return of Arctic ice cap as it grows by 29% in a year. Daily Mail. 23, deaths from hurricanes, floods, droughts, and other weather events are down 98% since 1920s. That's the Reason Foundation. Okay, so those are the 23 reasons, 23 articles rather, that you should read before Earth Day, which is April 22nd, I believe it is. I believe it's 2 days after Easter. So I encourage you to check those out. That's ijreview.com. So check those 23 global warming and climate change stories out. Why did I bring this up? Well, because I've been on the receiving end, I guess you can call it, of debates about global warming, where I've said that, well, global warming isn't really happening. It's been stagnant for 15 years. There are scientists that say that it's not happening, just that you're not hearing about it, and so forth. And I've been called stupid, ignorant, uneducated, and so forth. And yet we have some very significant sources, very significant scientists, political sources, activist groups saying that once advocated for climate change and global warming particularly, saying that, where's all the global warming going? I don't see it happening. We just had one of the worst winters of the past 100 years happen just this past winter. And you have people like Al Sharpton saying about how can you possibly believe that global warming isn't happening when the winter's been so cold? Think about that statement for a second. So I just wanted to point these out real quick. I don't mean to be facetious. I don't mean to be sarcastic. I don't mean to be rude or anything. I just want to point out here that that if you have not investigated critically global warming, you might want to start doing that, because they're trying to shut down the debate. They're trying to suppress the information. But because of reality, more and more people are starting to dissent the general consensus view that global warming is an indisputable fact. Just to throw it out there real fast, why was there some warming over 15 years ago? Ultimately, what has been discovered, to make a long story short, is that that was during a time of high solar activity. So solar flares and stuff like that were going on, and this heightened solar activity was causing the temperatures on Earth to rise. That's a very logical thing, and as soon as that solar activity slowed down, we stopped seeing a change in the warming of the Earth. What else really needs to be said? I mean, it was a very strong correlation. I've seen the graphs. I'm not saying that's exactly what it is. Again, I'm not a scientist in that respect. I follow this stuff not super close, but somewhat closely. So please, if you have not investigated the global warming debate, I'm not trying to lambaste anybody and say that anybody's stupid for believing in global warming, but really, check out the facts, check out the opposition. Don't just discount it because Barack Obama happened to say that there's scientific consensus, or that Al Gore said the debate is over. The debate's not over. If the debate was over, there'd be no debate. So check it out and enjoy the things I have to say. I look forward to seeing what you have to say in response, and have a blessed day. Thank you.